No, Robbie Keane, it's funny because he's not talked about that much, like compared
Mm.
to he's a world-class player.
No, he was very good.
He's a
Yeah, he's very good.
world-class player. And unless you kind of went shoulder to shoulder, he's not the ones like I'm talking about people throw into the world-class kind of thing. They are like, oh, good player, he play. But he is, when you play against them or with him, I mean, he technically good.
All right, well, I'll tell you another one. I'll tell you another one. So I don't know if you guys know, but Emile Heskey, right?
Oh,
In
yeah.
England, he's
Yeah.
deemed to be he's deemed to be the big striker that just holds the ball up, doesn't score. Listen, the guy's played for England over like 40 times.
Yeah.
Like he for a big man has got unbelievable feet. So he came to train at Wigan for like 2 months. I think he was just trying to get a club. I think he'd been at Liverpool and he was just trying to train to get fit. I think he lived in Liverpool. And I couldn't get the ball off him. And like I'll tell my mates, oh, I've got Emile Heskey training with us, and they're like, oh, he's no good. And I was like, boys, he's outstanding. He's like scary good. You don't play for England for that many times if you're not bringing something to the team that's incredible. And he is, honestly. Like, so people's perceptions of people they see on TV is so far off the reality. So Robbie Keane's another one, but Emile Heskey, I can name loads, but honestly, they bring something that is so hard to play against. That's what you've got to remember. They might not score the goals, but what they're doing for the team is insane.
No, I mean, Robbie, it's so crazy. Even when we were playing in Iran, there were some players that would come into the camp and they were special. And players that are even at that level, I think, yes, sometimes that's why the mindset becomes important in sustaining, and your marketability makes you, in the media's eyes, oh, he's the greatest of all time, he's world class. There's a lot of players that are unsung heroes in a sense of talented players that we don't talk about, but if they're there and they're getting their noise on the national team of England, and especially in England, where right now, if we talk about highest level, is the Premier League. Right now, it's currently the best football. The coaches are there. The level's high. If you're at that level, whichever team you're on, you can play and you're quality. People from the outside can say one thing, but if you're a number 10 for a team, that you have the qualities to do it. And it's funny. I think like every generation, it feels like you go into the training ground and you're like, man, am I getting shorter or the players getting bigger? It's like every generation, positions that weren't supposed to be big, like the central midfielders, now they're getting 5'10", 6 feet, and it's insane.
If you look, I watched Pogba and McTominay, is it? And who else? I think they were like 6'3". Those boys, like they're athletes, they're monsters.
And it like Zlatan. What's Haaland and Zlatan are like 6'6". That's insane for footballers. So like, as I wanted to kind of now transition on your loan experience, being on loan for so many, how did that really develop you mentally? How did it really challenge you mentally to having to pack up from one team, go to another team, and transition? People don't understand how hard that is to go from one team to another. First, move into your place, unpack, get yourself ready. Now is ready to go into training ground, mentally be ready there, come home. You're not even unpacked yet. You got to set up your food, your nutrition, settling in. And if you're going from one team constantly to that, can you kind of get into detail how those experiences really made you who you are today?
Yeah, because it doesn't daunt me moving to America. Like, it doesn't even. It's like I left home at 16 years old, and I've been on the road since. When I say the road, I mean like, yes, I've settled in at places and stuff, but you live out your suitcase, and you got to be prepared to go where it happens. Because I'll tell you what happens: the manager comes in, he doesn't like you, you're off. And every manager wants to bring in their own players to build a team around. So like you understand the territory you're in, but it kind of it develops you as a person, a human, like, a lot quicker. I think I've got friends that still live at home. That they're that's no disrespect to them, but they've not left their home. They haven't left their hometown. I moved up to Scotland. I moved up to, you name it. I've probably lived there in the UK. I think I've lived in like 14 different homes so far. So like you can imagine where I've been and what I've done and people I've met. But I think you just get on with it. I think it's just part and parcel of the journey that we're on. And Harry's the same. Like, you get on with it. But now I feel like I'm in a really nice place where I can feel my sort of anxiety not so evident, because I feel like I'm at home. I love this place I'm in terms of, yes, the soccer I love, yes, everything, I love it, but actually as like a place where I can enjoy living as well. Like I love it here. So now I feel like a lot more at ease, and I can see where my future is going to be, as opposed to like, where's my next contract going to be? Where am I going to move to? You're always on edge at times because your contract's running out. You've got a year left on your deal. Where are you going? So it's not as easy as everyone thinks. I'll be honest with you, it's not easy.